Semifinals, and Andre Agassi taking on the number 6 Schüttler at the Westside Tennis Club here. Things have just cleared up in time for the start of this first of 2 semifinals. They played against each other in a Grand Slam final in Australia.
1 minute.
Well, Agassi just utterly dominant all during the fortnight down under in Australia, and Rainer Schüttler posed absolutely no problems for Agassi, as Andre could just measure his shots consistently. The rebound ace court a little bit slower, sitting up for Andre, and Schüttler was never in this match. Steffi Graf applauds her hubby. She wins his 8th Grand Slam singles title beginning of this year.
And then Steffi Graf produces a daughter, so they are the proud parents of now one son, one daughter, this 33-year-old from Las Vegas. 4 titles. He starts out the year usually pretty well, doesn't he?
He did start out this year very well. And in fact, the last title he won was here in Houston. Right here at this club, though, it was played on European red clay. He won the U.S. clay courts over Andy Roddick in the final.
Time.
And as we can see, as we've already mentioned, he very nearly beat Federer with 2 match points and then took out Juan Carlos Ferrero and David Nalbandian. This is a guy who hasn't played in a couple of months, and then he plays 3 terrific-looking matches.
Killer Cahill is Agassi's coach, and they've had a very nice relationship now for
2 years now. That's his 2nd full year for him.
27-year-old from Korbach, Germany. He's also got a very, well, this is a much longer association with his coach.
And every morning he comes in, as you see his numbers from this year, 2 titles, both won towards the end of the year. Every morning he comes into a little player lounge area they have set up, and he's right on the internet, reading all the German papers. So when I saw him this morning, I said, well, what are they saying? He says, oh, they weren't too tough on me. He says, I thought they'd kill me for my loss yesterday to Moya, but, you know, so far, okay. So,
they can be rough, the
yeah.
German press. They certainly were rough on Boris Becker. Steffi Graf's father always came under a lot of scrutiny as well. That's a rough bunch there.
Schüttler with a win over Agassi at the Tennis Masters Series Montreal this summer.
We were there for that one, Patrick, and this suggestion really was that Agassi's heart wasn't entirely in that, and then he didn't play in Cincinnati, did he?
Yeah, he looked to me like he lost interest getting himself prepared for the U.S. Open. Schüttler, for his part, wasn't concerned about that, because he said that win over Agassi really gave him a huge boost of confidence that he could beat the top players. And I don't think any one of us, Mary, would have thought after the final appearance of Schüttler at the Australian that he would play this well for the whole year.
Exactly.
Very consistent results.
Certainly, and when you look at rogue finalist Martin Verkerk at the French Open, you know, had some tremendous wins in Paris and then really got very quiet. And that's happened more often than not.
Agassi has not played since the U.S. Open till Monday.
15-30.
I guess that's slumping for Agassi, 23-8, but did not appear in a semifinals, of course, at the U.S. Open.
Going out to Juan Carlos Ferrero, 4 sets. Agassi a two-hander clean winner, 30-all first game.
32.
Both players are capable of these sort of long, intense rallies. And this match will be decided by whomever it is who gets more control of the center of the court. Whoever is controlling the middle is going to control the corners.
Agassi trying to take his two-hander up the line earlier in the point, just flying over the baseline. Schüttler getting some good length off the ground early on here. He cannot afford to leave any ground strokes short, otherwise Agassi will do exactly what you said, Mary. He'll get control of the points quickly.
Germany's Schüttler holds serve, one game in the first set. We're live here in Houston, Texas.
Our Lacoste tournament summary last night. Roddick from a breakdown in the final set. In fact, Coria was up 3-2 and 40 love serving. And Roddick got his second win. He becomes the last player to qualify for the semis. He's clinched #1, as have the Bryan brothers from Southern Cal. They'll play in the doubles final here tonight against the French team of Roger and Santoro. So this man, Jim McInvale, the promoter of this incredible event, and the man who's responsible for putting the stadium together and bringing this event to Houston and bringing a lot of tennis to Houston in the last 2 years. And U.S. clay courts, a Davis Cup match last spring, all in this club and all played on different surfaces.
When the U.S. clay courts was finished in the springtime, it was a red clay court that was covered over by this court that you're looking at now, this green set, hard court. This in turn will get broken down when this is over and the clay put back for next spring. Year-ending championship for men's tennis has been called the Tennis Masters Cup for 4 years now. Before that, it was the ATP Tour World Championship.
Thanks very much.
3 titles at home for Agassi this year. Last one right here in this stadium. Agassi holds one apiece first set, live here in Houston. 7:30.
That's the game of the week this week.
15.
thing just crawled over.
15.
Should mention to you that the winner of this match will add $370,000 to what they have already won here in Houston.
$40-15. Game, Schuttler. Schüttler leads 2-1.
We're on serve 2-1 in the first set of this semi-final live in Houston, looking for a place in the championship match. Agassi serving 1-2 first set.
Excellent point from both ends there. Schüttler playing a little short backhand there that forced Agassi to come in. Good approach. The topspin lob, and Andre with the backhand flick. Beautifully controlled there. Tell you, Schüttler's just come out with a real confident look about him.
15.
He's playing Agassi pretty much the way Juan Carlos Ferrero wanted to be playing him, and you know, he's pretty clever around the net, as is Ferrero. I think it's up to Agassi to take control of these rallies early. Maybe take bigger risks earlier.
15-13.
Well, what was the program in Australia that worked so well for Agassi? Because he just demolished Schüttler.
He was hitting the ball a lot harder earlier in that match. The court was a little bit slower there, bounced up a little higher. And, you know, once Agassi gets in the groove, and he's in one here, but when he gets towards the semis finals of a major, he's so confident.
I also think Schüttler was
happy to be there.
He was exhausted. He had played a lot of great tennis. He was in his first major final. The whole thing, I think, was fairly daunting for the guy. And I thought he played that way, a bit timid on such a grand occasion, and Agassi seemed to smell it right away.
come in against Agassi, and it better be a good approach. He had way too long a look at that.
Cliff Schüttler was tired of doing all the big running in this rally. So he decided after that short one to try to cut everything off and play it from the net. You're right, Agassi had too much time to prepare that backhand.
Oh.
That time Schüttler wanted all the running to end and ended it very effectively on his terms.
Deuce.
And Andre didn't even make a move for this one, just completely flat-footed. Schüttler taking a little extra time back in the back of the court. Agassi's worked him hard just in this game. Good numbers for Schüttler so far.
Advantage Agassi.
Going for the knockout punch and that two-hander down the line again. Over the high part of the net, it sails just a little long, and Dirk Hordorf says, next time a little shorter, please, my man, Rainer Schüttler. Been friends for a long time, been coaching him since he was 16 years old.
Schüttler came in this year with a career 500 record on the tour, so what an improvement for him this year. It's amazing.
Game Agassi.
Agassi moves you around something awful, doesn't he? And he has an illustration of it.
The first point of this game, and look Agassi on the left of your screen there, and look how he's just like a back and forth. Schüttler doing all the running. Look how far Agassi stretches you out wide. And as Mary said earlier, you know, it's about who controls the center of the court. That's the one where Agassi hit that backhand overhead, this one, for the winner. And Agassi can just wear you down with those types of points. And Agassi's mentality is really like one of a boxer. Early in the fight, he's going to try to play a lot of points like that, hit a lot of body blows and wear you down, take your legs away. And then as the match goes on, Agassi will look to hit more winners. But at this stage of the match, he's just looking to keep these points long and keep Schüttler on the run. So far, he's been successful.
Very humid out there, by the way. As I mentioned up front, we had a lot of rain earlier today. Oh, got it. Agassi like that one over. In a position that he was there. Schüttler was at his mercy, but this is a very good anticipation here from Schüttler. First German since Boris Becker to reach a round of 16 or better in all 4 of the majors this year. And continue to have excellent results in the big Master Series events. He reached the semifinal at Indian Wells, the Pacific Life Open in Canada. Tennis Master Series event there, and then again in Cincinnati.
40-50.
One thing Andre hasn't done yet, I'm waiting for it to happen because Schüttler's only serving at 47%, is to go after some of his returns.
How about that?
Yeah.
That'll work,
He
right?
doesn't make you wait long, does he? That's me. I still think, and Rainer Schüttler's a very fine returner too, but this I think is what could decide the match when it's all said and done. Again, Agassi being a little bolder than his opponent, breaking open the points a little bit earlier. Especially if he's getting all these looks at second serves.
Game, Schuttler.
Wide, Schüttler holds, 3-2 on serve first set. Agassi will serve, and we'll come back live to the Westside Tennis Club in Houston for the semifinals of the year-ending championship. Schüttler's got the lead here. We're on serve. No breaks of serve yet.
Time.
Of course, they met this summer. Talked about that win for Schüttler and how important it was for him in the quarterfinals at the Tennis Masters Series Montreal. First it went to Agassi, but Schüttler coming back with his counter-punching ability. Again, opportunistic play, and he defeats Agassi in 3 sets.
Two, 3. Buddy Greg Sharko sits for hours trying to figure on stuff to feed us, ad libs for you guys for the most part, and most of it, of course, is on the floor now. But here's one that I'm going to share with you. I kind of like. A minute. Sixth semi-final between an American and a German at the year-ending event. This one, and then it was Sampras and Kiefer, Todd Martin Becker, 95, Steek Sampras, 92, Wheaton Steek, 91,
Man,
Agassi Becker, 90.
we're pulling him out here.
And then Becker and your brother in 89.
Wait, that didn't end up on the floor, that one? That's some pretty daffy material.
Just shared it with you.
Nice. Sharko, the ATP. As good as it gets.
Forty love Agassi.
Game, Agassi.
Agassi holds. Last time they played, Schüttler beat him. We've talked about that already. In fact, we've shown you some of it. Well, it was big for Schüttler, very big.
Definitely one of my biggest victories was when I beat Agassi in Montreal. Because he beat me in Australian Open, and he's always like, he's an idol. I mean, I saw him playing so many matches, and it was great to beat him. It was yeah, for me, maybe the most important victory this year, to see that I can beat everybody. And I never thought that I gonna beat him, and it was very important for me.
I have some major respect for this guy. Rainer Schüttler has improved his ranking every year for 9 straight years. His year-end ranking has gone up.
Love 15.
I thought you were going to say major respect for Agassi by all the players on the tour, because
Well,
that's
that
also
too.
true, isn't it?
A lot of them idolize Agassi.
Yeah.
A lot of them are young enough to have grown
Yep.
up watching him.
Mhm. Got some wins, including 3 wins for Schüttler over Andy Roddick this year. And the biggest reason I think for Schüttler's improvement is just his determination. He's very quick, and he's improved his ability to come to net, to hit some winners with that forehand. And he and his coach deserve just a tremendous amount. I mean, talk about squeezing every ounce of potential and game out of what he has. That's what he's been able to do, particularly this year. Think he can go up again, Cliff, one more time next year?
Whew, he's at 6 now. The guys ahead of him are pretty good.
Yeah.
That'd be a negative.
30-15.
Who does he replace?
Yeah, I don't think he can either, but just thought I'd throw it out there.
It helps that he gets to the final of the first slam. I mean, just in terms of respect for the other players.
Well, and
for
confidence for him. I mean, this is the kind of game that requires a lot of confidence because there's so much dedication involved in it, so much commitment. If you don't get the results, you can really get down on yourself.
He's an improved
40-15.
ability to finish the point quickly with the forehand side. Agassi on the run, and Schüttler steps into it.
Pretty tame beginning to this match, actually. It was pretty tame in Australia as well. Agassi just steamrolled. It was difficult to get excited about that one. Game point to Schüttler.
$40-30. Game, Schuttler, new balls, please.
Germany's Rainer Schüttler holds. Agassi of Las Vegas will serve when we come back to this semi-final match live from Space City, Houston, Texas. Federer.
Not a great service percentage from Agassi. It seems like they're still taking the measure of the other.
Yeah, that's has really been my sense, Mary, that Agassi was sort of feeling Schüttler out, almost like he didn't know what to expect, which is surprising considering he's played him twice this year.
That's just too good. Again, controlling the middle of the court for Agassi, side to side. Schüttler, and it's 30-15. What was that about? What's he annoyed about there? Schüttler was making some gesture after that point.
I think he thinks Agassi might have pulled that one out. But it was called good. It was good.
Oh, yeah, it was. shot spot is able to determine also just how far these guys run and come up with this stat that he has run 43% more territory covered by Schüttler than Agassi in this match so far.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Jeez.
And that, Cliff, is why we called Agassi the Punisher.
40-30.
Imagine over 5 sets how much that would be. If we're only midway through the first set.
Say again, mate.
Still game point for Agassi.
Game Agassi.
Four first set.
This is some pretty big names there, Agassi, in Grand Slam finals. Gomez was the biggest surprise in the 90 French Open. Pete Sampras, he lost to in 3 US Open finals. Courier at the 91 French. Wimbledon, Sampras as well.
Yeah, the point being that if he'd won a couple of those that he should have won and was favored to win,
He would have won them.
15.
And Sampras wouldn't have.
and he would have been right up there with Sweet Pete in terms of number of slams. 15 love, Schüttler.
Not exactly tidy numbers for Schüttler either on first serve percentage, 52%. Now at 50%. He's not exactly putting a lot of mustard on that first serve. Schüttler's let Agassi know, though, that even though he's running 40% or so more than Agassi, that he's perfectly fine with that. One of the fittest players on the tour.
Patrick, you're Davis Cup captain. The guys that play Davis Cup for you, that one would assume, guys like Roddick and Fish and Blake, etc. Do you check up on them and with their coaches about their fitness level? Talking about
Sure.
fitness? Because it's so important now.
It's more important than it's ever been. In fact, Brad Gilbert and I were talking this morning about the regimen that he's going to put Andy Roddick on the next 2 months. Get himself in better shape physically, and going to probably hire a fitness trainer for Andy to spend some time with him in Austin, where he just bought a place, and down in Florida. So it's a big, especially coming up in the off season for the players. Schüttler last year talked about Taekwondo, how much he did of that. That's helped his fitness overall, flexibility. And how about the guy who knows more about all of that than anyone, Andre Agassi.
Well, he's trailing Rainer Schüttler, no breaks. He'll serve at 4-5 when we come back live to Houston. 5-4 Rainer Schüttler. There's Jim McInvale. What's he hiding up there now? That's about as far away as you can get.
Figures I'll take he's been in the front row most of the week, so I'll try a seat up here. You know what? There's not a bad seat in this place. That's the nice part about the stadium not being too big, 7,500 seats. It's really perfect.
It's perfect.
Towels, more towels.
4-5, Agassi serving. Second serve, first point.
Worked out nicely for us with the slight rain delay. We get this match live now. Mattress Mac was out there squeegeing the court himself. The tournament director. Tournament promoter, I should say. When's the last time, Cliff, you saw the tournament promoter out there squeegeeing the court?
No, he's there. He's one of a kind. Mattress Mac is one of a kind.
Certainly doesn't spend a lot of time on a mattress, Mattress Mac. I don't think he ever sits on one piece of furniture he sells.
Schüttler's done now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But Schüttler's looking for this break. I mean, he's really trying to take the ball early and make something happen here. Walking off that last rally again, Rainer Schüttler.
Yep.
There we go.
30-all.
Agassi's second serves don't have much jump on it, and Schüttler had plenty of time to step around that. Crank the forehand winner. He's got almost double the amount of winners in Agassi, 11-6 in favor of Schüttler.
That's the 13th unforced error for Rainer.
14-30.
Game point for Agassi.
Game, Agassi.
Win college football.
Baylor's hanging in there with Oklahoma. It's only 34-3. After the beating that Texas A&M took last week. Some people were thinking they might get to 100 in this one.
That's sails wide, 15 all. This live coverage of the Tennis Masters Cup from Houston, Texas, semi-final stage.
15 all.
Let's see if Agassi tries to pump it up here and get something going. Neither player is serving above 50%, and yet there hasn't yet been a break point opportunity in this whole match. Just keep waiting for someone to, take a big cut at the second serve and give themselves some kind of break point opportunity.
Move there by Schüttler. He saw that Agassi was. Sometimes you don't know. You hit the ball and not really fully aware of your opponent and whether he figured out where you're going. And he could see there that Agassi was wrong-footed. That was a good opportunistic move to the net from Schüttler. 30-15.
Beautiful two-hander. Well, that's a great word, Cliff, to describe Schüttler. Opportunistic. You give him an opening, and he's been able to find it all year long because he doesn't have tremendous firepower, shot-making ability. But when you give him that opening off both wings, he can find it. He can come in if you give him the short one. Game points. Looking to take advantage of this opportunity again, Schüttler, but he didn't cover the line enough. And when your opponent's going to the slice backhand, as Agassi was there, that is the shot you have to cover. Much tougher to hit that slice back cross court when you're on the run.
Yep. Unleashes the forehand and it's deuce.
Well, that's the first time Agassi's really stepped into a ball. He opens it up with that backhand. This one was a little short from Schüttler, and Agassi rips the forehand winner.
Go. Agassi had Schüttler on the move. Look at this. He's out. This shot here, half volley, just sets it up.
That set it up, Clip. And on the run, Schüttler, Agassi was expecting him to hit it short, but he got it back just inside the baseline. That was tremendous hitting on the run from the German there.
So Schüttler holds. Still no break chances for either player. Agassi will serve to try to get into a tiebreak. First set, and we come back live. Schüttler in front, no breaks. Agassi at 5-6. Trying to head to a tiebreak for the first set.
Love 15.
that's a good play. Taking a little risk on the second serve. But it worked.
15 all.
That's why 30-15. Agassi's first serve percentage is staying pretty dismal.
Not that big a factor, though, Cliff, as you see Dirk Ordorf, who's Schuttler's coach, because he's winning 80% of first serve points and just under 70% second serve points. But both guys are really not getting hurt that badly by their low first serve percentage. Schuttler's winning 67% as well on the second serve points won.
No.
Oh, that's all right.
A little sluggish from Agassi there.
Yep.
30 all.
He measured that two-handed backhand, but watch Agassi when he comes in. He's sort of a little lackadaisical there, and Schüttler just dumps it at his feet. Schüttler's just intensity and movement is...
It could be enough to squeeze out this set.
It could be, because Andre's a little flustered by it, I think.
Oh, that's perfect. Drop shot. Winner gives Schüttler a set point.
30-40.
He could not have measured this one any better.
That's just a player who's full of so much confidence. Set point. Go for that shot at 5-6 deuce. 30 all.
Out of reach of Agassi, and on the first break point of the match, Schüttler
7-5.
converts and wins the set. We're live at the Tennis Masters Cup semi-final stage. Rainer Schüttler has one set up on Andre Agassi. Big screen TV here at the stadium with Rainer Schüttler being featured right now, having just won the first set over Andre Agassi.
Time.
There wasn't much between these two in the first set, was there? Neither one of them served terribly well at all. There was some nice movement on both sides, especially this nifty little shot from Agassi. But in the main, I think he just looked a little leaden, a little heavy-legged, Agassi. Rainer Schüttler coming up with that in that last game to give him the first break point of the match, and he converted right away. He's just looking more spirited, Schüttler, much lighter, you know, on his toes.
Second set.
And
Schüttler to serve.
in these very heavy conditions, that could be enough. We'll see what Andre does. He says all the time, Andre, that his game is all about adjustments. We'll see what kind of adjustments he makes. Again, first and foremost, he's got to go after Schüttler's serve. Schüttler's still getting in only every other first serve.
Yeah, Agassi just not imposing his game
15
enough on Schüttler in this first set. And just look at the winners. That tells the entire story. Schüttler with twice as many as Agassi. Agassi was able to make the adjustment, particularly against Juan Carlos Ferrero, and now Bandon starting to loosen up more and go for his shots, be more aggressive. Again, this is how many times have we seen this happen to guys when they play Schüttler? They get Schüttlerized.
15 all.
Lulls you into playing his game.
If he goes on, he's just one set away from the final now, and if he goes on to win it, be the first player since Alex Correia in '98 to win the year-ending championship in his first year qualifying for it. And Agassi not playing since that semi-final loss at the US Open. Juan Carlos Ferreira, there's got to be just a little bit of that lack of match play. Rusty. He's played 3 matches here in round robin, though.
First time he's played in the daylight, though. He's always been the featured night match. This guy is making Agassi look a little slow.
40-15.
Oh.
It's exactly what Agassi needs to do more of. Take some more shots. Not only can he win points that way, but he can put some pressure on Schüttler. That's what can and will happen if I have to hit a second serve.
First serve. I've got to give him a first serve because of that.
The Cyclops
but
beeped before
he could have interrupted him. Sorry.
Two
First
serves.
serve.
Cyclops went off by mistake.
Oh.
That one, that's he doesn't get that one over.
Just came right out of his hand. I don't often see that.
Look at all that sweat flying off of him, though.
It happened to Andre Agassi, and I believe it was set point against Nalbandian in that first set tiebreak. Agassi won the point. He was able to pick up the racket quickly enough.
I'll drop my racket in the middle of the rally scam. Here's Agassi's first great point of the match.
Advantage Agassi. Get that ball, please.
First chance now for Agassi.
Thanks.
So now does he jump on this one? Dangerous play, that drop shot, as Agassi gets to it in plenty of time. Still a game that Ronnie Schüttler would like to have back as he gets broken in the first game of the second.
Get some more towels in there.
Leighton Hewitt won the last 2. Agassi won it in '90. Sampras a couple of times. 3 times, in fact. Becker. Correia and Guga Kirtan. We were talking about Guga Kirtan earlier. Sampras actually won it 5 times in all, a year-ending champion 6 straight years. We were speculating about whether Guga Kirtan is going to come back early in the week, and I mean, as a contender for #1. Very difficult to know. The injury and the surgery that he's had continues, it seems, to hamper him. Got to the final at the Pacific Life this year and looked like it might be a very good year for him after that, but he was not able to translate that to the clay.
Agassi's history at this event. One title, been in the finals a couple of times. It's his 13th appearance in this year-ending championships. And some more aggressive forehand there from Agassi. Doesn't necessarily have to be a winner that Agassi's going for, but just get some more pace on the ball. That will cause more errors from Rainer Schüttler.
Tell you, the artistic quotient of our crew here is been upped considerably this week in Houston. A little shadow play there. Game point still. Whoa, it's nice. You're watching live coverage of the Tennis Masters Cup semi-final action.
14-30.
We're live in Houston, Texas, as Andre Agassi trying to stay in front. He's got the break in the second set, 1-0, but he lost the first 7-5 to Rainer Schüttler. The semi-final match between Roger Federer and Andy Roddick.
Oh, that's the kind of music we want around here.
Very, very dramatic. That's more like it from Agassi. Just ripping this backhand right into the corner. And that sets up the 7th forehand winner of the match.
Love 30.
feeling this might happen. That's just the way it goes sometimes. You go through a set and there are so few opportunities to break. And now you've already seen a break. That's Tim Phillips. He's the honcho at Wimbledon, and next to him, CEO of the ATP Tour, Mark Miles.
Patrick, you notice how Clippy always has a feeling after it's happened? How good was that last shot?
Yeah.
Just to show you how grand it was.
Look at that, two-hander, perfectly timed with instrumentation.
Play a
there.
little music, sweet little music bed really helps
Juices
just
things
underscore just how big this occasion is.
Break points.
Game.
And Agassi's got a couple of breaks now, 3 games to love.
I had a feeling Agassi beat up 2 breaks here.
Can we get some music? First set to Schüttler. Agassi with 2 breaks and now 15 love.
15.
No break points for Agassi in the first set, but
Okay.
a couple of breaks already here in the second.
$15.
61-3 for the German when he wins the first set.
$30-15.
Game point here for Agassi. 4-zip in the second. Played round robin competition until today. 2 groups of 4. Two top players from each division emerging to this semi-final day. The winner of this plays the championship match tomorrow against the winner of Andy Roddick, Roger Federer. And again, you're invited to join us at 11 p.m. tonight to watch that
Go
match,
ahead. Come on. Roll it back,
that
please. Come on.
rematch.
An absolutely packed stadium for every session here. 7,500 seats in this brand new stadium built just for this event.
Love 15.
Schüttler seems to have lost interest in this set.
Love 30.
Let's see, a couple of wheels have fallen off, the tide's turned. Any other cliches we can come up with in the second set of 30.
15-30.
15-34, love to Agassi.
15-40.
Break points for another break for Agassi's third straight.
Let's first serve.
Agassi gets another break to serve. Andre will serve for the set when we come back to Houston. Agassi for the second set to level this match now. The semi-final match, the winner playing the championship match tomorrow. In all, Agassi had set 2. First set, just 1 break. In fact, just 1 break point at 6-5, and Schüttler converted.
Love 15.
Percentage has picked up in this set for Agassi. It's over 60%. He served well in the last couple of sets against Nalbandian the other night. Remember, he's gone 3 sets in each of his matches here. What happened there?
15-30.
Didn't move at all on this one. Agassi got stuck.
Why isn't this hot? Here's Agassi. I was working with 3 breaks of serve in this set, but went flat here.
Flat-footed completely.
Look at that, barely moved to that one.
Watching live coverage of the Tennis Masters Cup, everyone, from Houston, Texas, Westside Tennis Club, Cliff Drysdale, Patrick McEnroe, Mary Carrillo, watching semi-finals of this year-ending championship. It's Rainer Schüttler of Germany and Andre Agassi in a rematch of their Oz Open final. Agassi losing the first set 7-5. Second set, he's up 5 games, still serving for it, but this is a break point for Schüttler.
I think Agassi thought that Schüttler was just going to give this game away, get to the 3rd set. Pretty apparent that's not the case.
Steers that 2-hander on the line, and we have got deuce. Have a look.
Advantage Agassi.
Set point.
Deuce.
Darren Killer Cahill, Agassi's coach.
Advantage Schüttler.
Agassi doing a lot of the one-step. Not moving his feet normally as actually takes those quick little steps like that from Schüttler. Agassi's doing a lot of lunging in this game.
I do think you're right there, Patrick. I think Andre was assuming that Schüttler was going to drop this game and start serving in the third set. At least that's how it seems Andre's playing this one.
Advantage Agassi.
This is first. Those are really rent-a-bellies. I mean, those guys have had, they've had Roddick bellies, they've had Andre
Exactly.
bellies.
That miss hits those right, and Agassi has won the second set without losing a game, and it's not easy to do that to Rainer Schüttler in 101 matches, the second time only. As Gaston Gaudio and Davis Cup went down 6-love. Back in a minute.
My art.
Take a look at Andre Agassi. He's won the second set. You can see it in the background there, the giant screen TV here that is a part of the landscape of this Gallery Furniture Stadium that hosts this year-ending championship.
Second set, Agassi started to play like the Agassi we know, a little more aggressively. And right from the start, once he got that quick break, it was just a steamroll. Agassi continuing to pound away, a little more pace on each of his ground strokes. 6-love for Agassi. First serve percentage from Schüttler went way down.
Schüttler to serve.
Now, Carrillo has awakened a sleeping giant here. She asks for the little music behind the replay, and now Felix in the truck there is going crazy. We've got music coming out of our ears here at every break.
I like that.
First point of the third set of the semi-final match. We're live in Houston. The winner of this one goes to the championship match tomorrow. 15-love. No doubt where the momentum in this match is, obviously. 6 straight games for Agassi. Early stages here are big, though. Rainer Schüttler will be trying to stem this tide. Agassi's got a couple of kids against Daddy Andre Agassi, Gurjean. Novak's got 3 Sozella now with a Moroccan. Hinman started his family. There are, by the way, as Agassi's got break points, only 2 married women in, I think it's the top 50. Justine Enarden being one of them. Break point.
Lindsay Davenport.
30-40.
Still break point. 119 on that serve. Only the 5th one that Schüttler has not seen come back. Lost it, Schüttler, hasn't he? He's just unforced errors. He's got 25 unforced errors. Andre Agassi, they're making some adjustments to being a dad here for the 2nd time, and here he is on the subject.
I think it's going to be a lot harder. You know, I'm only a month sort of into it with the 2nd child and haven't had to do any traveling, so I think adjustments have to be made. But as you get older, you realize, you know, let's not worry about the adjustments. Let's just understand what they are and make them. You know, I don't know how much the family will travel, how much I'm going to travel, where I'm going to play, sort of how I'm going to prepare myself for where I want to be at my best. But I feel prepared to make those decisions.
We've heard that adjustments before, haven't we? On and off the court now. That's but it was wide, not called wide.
15 left.
Scramble from it. It didn't look like it was just a touch wide, and Shot Spot says yes, it was wide. I guess he gets a break on that one.
If there wasn't a more serious complaint from Schüttler. You two were talking in the first set about Agassi having to make adjustments. Well, he did, didn't he, in the 2nd?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Schüttler sort of helped by going away in large measure, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
And his service percentage went way down and made a lot more errors than he had in the first.
I got to think, Mary, that part of that reason it went down is just because Andre was looking to attack a lot more, which he wasn't doing in the first set. He started to press more, particularly when you're not a big server like Schüttler. And his serve is not technically the best part of his game by any stretch.
I guess he does know how to make adjustments. losing the first set. He's still got a huge winning record. Game point here for Agassi for 2-zip third set. Agassi holds 2 games to love.
Agassi leads 2-love.
Get the juices flowing.
15-love.
Pittsburgh needs something to get it going. They're struggling big time this year.
49 is also trying to get it 50%. $15 Schüttler is trying to break a string of 8 straight for Agassi. Mike Morrissey in the chair.
Couldn't see his face there,
That's
mate.
good. Just.
Okay.
So Morrissey was right. Players know that we've got the shot spot technology up here. We've been questioned quite a bit from the players who look up here and they want to get the word with. Not from Schüttler, though.
Game Schuttler. Agassi leads 2-1.
Rainer Schüttler's on the board again. Didn't get on the board in the second set. 6 left to Agassi. It's 2-1 with a break. Agassi's got the breaker serve in the third set. He's trying to get to the championship match here of this year-ending extravaganza in Houston. Tennis Masters Cup. Agassi at 2-1.
15
Take on the winner of the Roddick Federer match, and you are warmly invited to join us and watch that one tonight. Played a couple of beauties already. This will be their final encounter for this year, but I think you'll see a lot more of them against each other.
See, Agassi's serve percentage has gone way up over the last 8-9 games. He's picked it up.
15.
It's just his third double. His serve percentage was hovering in the 40s for most of the first set. Now it's up at 56% for the match.
Patrick, aren't you the one who always says in Key Biscayne that this court suits Andre Agassi because the humidity lets him hit the ball? He's been very successful there, so it's a humid day today.
A little slower in Key Biscayne, I think, than this court here. Yeah, this is a good court for him. The ball skips a little lower here on this surface, so the players have been talking about that. It grabs the spin more.
13-14.
Which won't bother Agassi that much, but normally he likes the ball sitting up a little bit. Break point now. A couple of loose backhands from Agassi in this game. There's another one.
So we're even Agassi getting the first 2 games of this third, now 2 apiece. After Agassi ran away with 8 straight games after the first set, Schüttler has now got 2 in a row. Steered that one right down the line. A little shrug there from Schüttler. Might have thought it was long, but that was good, and Agassi wins the point.
Love 15.
Hit there from Schüttler. Agassi making him play. Love 30. Agassi just broken. And erotic. And Roger Federer, that really speaks for itself for those of you who have been following this game closely this year. Roddick and Federer, number 1 and 3 in the world, respectively. And if Federer, by the way, wins this whole thing, he'll be number 2. He'll overtake Juan Carlos Ferrero.
Schüttler's been on the losing end of 2 long rallies. He wants a short point here.
Thanks to an excellent first serve, that's exactly what he gets. He's effectively stopped the momentum that Agassi had gained after 6-love in the second and then 2-love here in the third. Look at that excellent footwork as he gets up to that short one. This would be a big, big hold for Schüttler if he can sneak ahead in this final set. Doesn't have the same authority about stepping into the ball here, Agassi, as he did in that second set. He step in, even those 2 backhands that he made, he's trying to find his strike point, his hitting zone.
Three in a row for Schüttler. He's got a game point.
Schüttler leads 3-2.
Jim McInvale, no.
Hats off to Roger Schüttler. That's what he's saying.
Rainer Schüttler's won 3 games in a row. He's got a 3-2 lead on serve here. Andre Agassi had a surprise guest on Wednesday.
Mr. President, how are you, Andre?
I'm doing great.
Don't move, man. Let the man get to work on
Stand
it.
up.
Good to see you
How
again.
you doing?
Bring you love from your manager, Barbara Bush.
It's good to be
We'll
here.
get out of here.
This
Let
is your
you
first
guys
night
get-
out here this week?
First time, yeah, for this event. In fact, I haven't seen the stadium. Last time I was out here and saw the
Right.
clay courts. I love watching them play. I love watching them play. I like watching all these guys. I mean, I'm a tennis name-dropping freak. I like it. Used to play. I used to play myself, but you know, just odds and ends.
You got a special thing for Andre, though. Special fan.
Yes, we do. Well, he came to the White House when I was president, but he didn't get to play because it rained. Besides that, Barbara wouldn't let him play unless he was wearing all white. You remember?
I came prepared.
That's right. Oh, God.
It's 15 love. Bush family are big tennis players, actually. Boys play as well. As kids. 15 all.
He's been a huge supporter of this
13
event. He's been out a couple of times when Andy Roddick was presented with the trophy for finishing #1 for in the champions race. President Bush was there for that. Came out to watch us in the Davis Cup last year. As he said, he's been out to the clay courts.
By the way, the Lotties from the Grand Slam committee all went out to meet the president who's home 2 nights ago. Game point here for Agassi. Gil Reyes, the top right of your screen. Darren Cahill is coach. Whoa! Going for the knockout there, and Rainer Schüttler anticipated exactly where he was going to go, and he's there for the virtual half volley pass. Look.
Andre Agassi was assuming this was going to be an easy game point for him to even things at 3.
It wasn't a half volley pass at all. But Agassi's got another game point. Freebies, and Actress Mac likes that one.
Where's his hat? No one went to, someone got a free hat out there.
You're watching live coverage of the first of 2 semi-final matches to be played today at the Tennis Masters Cup. It's Rainer Schüttler and Andre Agassi, 5 and 6 in the world respectively in the champions race. Cliff Drysdale, here Patrick McEnroe, Mary Carrillo alongside Andy Roddick to play Roger Federer 2003 World Series of Poker coming up next year on ESPN2.
points.
Second serve. Third seed up.
Move.
That's the kind of stuff Agassi's going to have to play here because he's struggling with his timing. His consistency's not quite there right now from the back of the court. And this is what won him both those 3-set wins over Ferrero and Nalbandian. Aggressive play, opportunistic net play as well.
Both of them aware now that any slip could be fatal at 3-3 in the third set, and the spot in the final here of this year-ending event is at stake. Dead even, set apiece, 3-3, 30 all.
14-13.
He's trying to make it happen.
He is, and as long as he gets a second serve, Agassi likes his chances. And Schüttler was in trouble his last service game. Remember, he got in those two nice-looking first serves and finished off with the second shot. He had an ace the last time he served into this deuce box. That's why he's taking this kind of time, looking for a first serve. That's way wide.
Advantage Agassi.
Here's Andres canceling everyone. Even Rainer Schüttler knows it.
Break point at 3-3 third set. That's called wide. And Agassi gets the break. Agassi leading as that goes wide. Has got the breaker serve, has Agassi, and he will serve, and we come back leading 4-3 in the third set. Trying to get to the final here in Houston. Andre Agassi is a couple of games away from a date with either Andy Roddick or Roger Federer in the championship match, a best of 5. Live tomorrow afternoon on ESPN. 4-3, Agassi leads with the breaker serve in the third set.
Oh, what a shot.
That was a slap shot. from way outside.
15 love.
Look at the angle Agassi finds from this. Watch.
I mean, right off of the bounce. Able to pull it back cross court with that pace. That's only a shot that Agassi could hit. There's the aggressive move from Andre.
Actually, there's one other guy in tennis who has that kind of stuff too, and that's Roger Federer.
Yeah.
And he'll be playing in the other semifinal against Andy Roddick.
Again, the championship match at 4 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. Best of 5 set final. Love Agassi.
40 love.
Agassi and Federer can hit the ball while it's still decompressing off the ground. And the ball isn't even round when they hit it.
Actually, great
look
news.
who's smiling.
It's great news for him. I mean, a little prayer. Couldn't have turned out better for him if Agassi wins this. In terms of name marquee value, Agassi versus either Federer or Roddick. Agassi covering a lot of territory, almost slipped.
15 love.
He did slip, Cliff. I think if he hadn't, right there, he might have gone for the between the legs. I've seen him hit some remarkable winners with that between the leg shot.
30 love.
So you're so inconsistent, you know, Patrick. If you had gone for the between the leg shot, you missed it, you would have said, what a dumb shot. Now you're encouraging
No,
him.
that's why I said I've seen him hit some winners. Okay, because he's the only guy I've ever seen hit clean winners with it. World Series of Poker coming up next. Don't call my bluff, Cliff.
Oh, man. Game point here for
14-15.
Germany's Rainer Schüttler. These two played against each other at the Australian Open in the championship match, won easily by Agassi.
Game Schuttler.
Tennis Master Series Canada. Schüttler turned the table on Agassi. This is for a place in the final two of the year-ending event. Watching Rainer Schüttler and Andre Agassi. Agassi serving for the match here. Live in Houston at the Westside Tennis Club.
Let's. Love 15.
Missed it.
15 all.
Ooh, that is a big time for Andre Agassi to get a freebie like that in a second serve.
And it was a right play from Schüttler. He had a lot of territory up the line there.
Just remember what another German player, Boris Becker, used to say of himself in discussing tight matches. Becker used to say, in general, people have to beat me when it gets close. I always like that.
Oh.
He's trying to beat him. Got every bit of that backhand.
30 all. 5-4 Agassi, third set.
Took a nice big cut at it, Schüttler. Tried to get it going. Buried it into the top of the net.
14-30.
Agassi's letting him think about it.
Match point Agassi. His third straight 3-set win.
He's just one win away from becoming the oldest champion of any year-end championship, Andre Agassi. He's 33 years old.
He really just willed his way to this one because it wasn't his best tennis really the entire week. He played better in all his other matches, but this crowd helped pull them through. Rainer Schüttler, what a week for him. And Agassi with the finishing for him.
We'll talk to Andre when we come back here live to Houston. He's in the championship match tomorrow. Andre Agassi is again in the championship match here, the year-ending Tennis Masters Cup in Houston. Congratulations, Andre. Poor Mattress Mac, you had him going there in the third set. Well, good comeback again today.
Well, thanks so much, Cliff. It was a tough one today. You know, it got started off on the way I expected. It was a lot of meat and potato points. We both had a lot of chances in each of those points, and we sort of were working ourselves into a groove, and he got that first break. But then an edge came off his game, and I stepped mine up a little bit, and then it felt pretty good.
Andre, it seemed like in the beginning of the second set that you started to be a little more aggressive. You started to go for your shots, and that, I think, put him under a little more pressure. Did you sense that in the beginning of the second set?
Yeah, no question about it. You know, I tell you, we came out here and it had just rained. It was pretty darn humid to start the match, and the balls were getting so sort of heavy and collecting the moisture, and I was a little nervous to try to hit the ball too big, because the last thing I wanted to do is to have him just be able to rely on his legs and just sort of settle into not making errors. And so I was trying to get him to swing at a few balls as well, but then certainly when I lost the first set, I said, you know what, I'd rather him do the running here, and I picked up the intensity of my shots, and I managed to stay in control.
After a quiet 2 months away from the court, Andre, you've played an awful lot in this last week. Have you got 3 more good-looking sets in you for tomorrow?
I hope so. That's the game plan. You know, I mean, I certainly worked hard to be ready physically, and the time off has done me a lot of good for recuperation as well as my preparation. So I hope to be good tomorrow.
All right.
Well done, Andre. We'll look forward to it.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations, Andre. He's in the championship match again. Andre Agassi winning the